Hello, and welcome to my ePortfolio. This ePortfolio is the culminating project for the Masters of Educational Technology program through the University of British Columbia. Within this site, I plan on analyzing the learning that we've undertaken throughout the MET program and parallel that with the TPAC model. The TPAC model stands for Technological, Pedagogical, and Content Knowledge, and I plan to show how the learning that we've taken throughout the courses, support and build on this framework. This is my overlying theme and intend to show how this relates to the learning that we've done. On the home page, you will find a Venn diagram that explains the TPAC model. The TPAC model, of course, stands for Technological, Pedagogical, and Content Knowledge, and the Venn diagram shows how these regions overlap. The 7 regions identified within this Venn diagram form the 7 pages that you will find on my website that show how the artifacts that I've collected and the work that I've done throughout the MET program serve, identify, and can be related to and linked to these regions. On the home page, you will also find a short bio about myself and my contact information. If you have any comments or questions about this site, please feel free to email me at kenton.hemsing@gmail.com. At the top of each of the pages, you will see tabs that will take you to the individual sections identified within the TPAC model. These regions include the technological, pedagogical content, the technological content, technological pedagogical content, and TPAC, which is where all 3 regions overlap. You're able to jump from page to page by using the top bar navigation, or at the bottom, if you're proceeding linearly through the website, you'll be able to go to the previous or the next pages, as well as a link to return to the home page if you need to review something from that home page, probably the Venn diagram identifying the TPAC framework. At the top of each page, you will find a brief explanation of the definition for the region in which I'm talking about, and also some explanation as to why I included the artifacts I did. On each of the pages, you will find in the right-hand column several artifacts. I have chosen through my portfolio to include artifacts by means of including the projects or assignments that were completed throughout the courses, rather than focusing on the courses themselves. I have found that in doing this, I have been able to review and reflect individually upon not only the coursework, but the individual assignments within. This has given me a greater understanding of the links that could be made from the individual projects to the 7 regions within the TPAC framework. I found that focusing on the individual learning from each of the projects has strengthened my concepts and my understanding of the TPAC framework. I've also found that in doing this, the links and building of the TPAC framework with the projects that we've done has led to several artifacts coming from the same courses fitting into different regions of the TPAC framework. So as you proceed through my website and through my ePortfolio, it may be possible to find artifacts from the same class identified under different regions within the TPAC framework. As you proceed through the website, you'll also see in the left-hand column explanations and reflections upon the individual assignments. This has helped to identify not only the themes that are present in the artifacts and how they relate to the TPAC model, but it also served me personally as a way to review and reflect on what I've learned throughout the course. Reflecting on the research that I've done, the projects I've put together, and the assignments that I have submitted has helped to strengthen the understanding of the TPAC framework and how it relates to the learning that has been completed throughout the MET program. As part of the content page, you will also find what I like to call my MET reference list. This is a list of all of the references that I have researched, read, and reviewed throughout the MET program. This reference list serves not only for the reference list for this website, but also as a reflection and review point for myself. I feel that including all of these lists on a single document, it gives me the ability to go back and review and possibly reflect, reread, or perhaps even learn a little bit more by going through the learning that we have done throughout the course. I feel that the references and the articles, texts, and papers that we've examined serve as a major component to our understanding and learning throughout the MET program. This is my rationale for including it underneath the content portion of the TPAC framework, as well as for my own personal learning. I have supplied what I like to call several minor artifacts. Minor artifacts to me are smaller artifacts that have not been graded, but rather show and support the three key areas of the TPAC framework: the technological, the pedagogical, and the content. These minor artifacts serve to demonstrate the learning that has gone on that is not on the curriculum from within the classes. The extra learning that we've undertaken throughout the programs to learn technology, to understand pedagogical differences, and to learn the content in which we are creating things is not explicitly stated. However, it is important, and I felt that these needed to be represented within the TPAC framework as part of my, what I like to call again, minor artifacts. The final page within my website is a conclusion page where I discuss and think about the learning that I have done in simply creating this ePortfolio. I feel that in completing this ePortfolio, I have gained a further understanding not only of the learning that we've completed, but also that of the TPAC model in its entirety. I understand now how all of the regions interplay with one another, and how our learning throughout the program has built and scaffolded this learning throughout. I feel that in completing this project, I've clarified my learning further, and I'm able to apply what I've learned from the theories and concepts taught throughout the courses to my everyday practice as a teacher. Again, I'd like to thank you for viewing my ePortfolio, and comments and concerns or questions are always welcome. Feel free to contact me at kenton.hemsing@gmail.com if you would like to discuss anything further. Thank you, and all the best.